So I was going through an old box where I kept a lot of my old discarded electronics and photography equipment, and I came across this old thing. It is the Canon EOS 350D. It's a very old camera. I think it's from 2005 or somewhere about around there. And I remember I bought this in a thrift store, and this was the first real digital camera I owned. I was coming from film, didn't know anything about photography, and I only had a very bad kit lens. I don't remember what kind of a lens it was, but I was very unhappy with the pictures I made with this camera, because I didn't understand the settings. I didn't know how to use the camera, and it's just been laying around in a box for all these years. I have attached the old EF 17 to 40 millimeter f4 lens, and I thought I would just go for a little walk here at the Vigdal Fortress and just test it out and see what kind of pictures I can get with this combination. I think one of the reasons why I was never happy with the pictures I made with this camera back then was because I didn't know anything about raw images and photo editing, and frankly I didn't have a proper computer, so I was only looking at the out of camera JPEGs. So I want to see what I can do with the raw images I captured today on this very grey and overcast Sunday afternoon. We had a lot of rain in the morning, but now it stopped for a while. It's still very overcast, but we have a comfortable temperature at around 10 degrees and not too much wind, so that's good. So you can see the clouds are dark, almost black some places, and not ideal for photography. But I have kind of come to the realization that living where I do live, I have to adapt, and if I'm to just sit home, look at the clouds and just give up, then I will never be able to develop my photography skills. I'm actually not quite 100% sure what kind of specification this camera has, I think it is a 8 megapixel camera, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not expecting great results, but I thought it was just an interesting experiment to see how far the camera technology has come over these last 20 years. So this is a very, very basic camera. There's no flip out screen, and you can only review the pictures on the screen after you have taken them. You cannot use it to compose your pictures. You have to use the this is also a photography only camera. There's no video capabilities in this camera. So the one important thing that I still haven't figured out is how to actually focus with this camera. Because when I look inside the viewfinder, I see 7 squares, and there's a red dot in one of them, and I don't know how to move the focus point. So when I look at the screen, look back at the pictures I've captured, they look very faded and dull, grey. But I'm excited to see if it's possible to tweak the raw files and make something usable out of it. So I have captured a few pictures that I can experiment with when I get back home, and see how this camera stacks up to my other cameras. I think this will be a one-time experiment. I don't have too big of an expectation to what this camera will produce in 2025 compared to my other cameras, but we'll see. So now I want to switch over to my favorite camera. The Fujifilm X100VI. Very tiny, almost pocketable camera with a fixed 35mm equivalent lens, 40 megapixel sensor. So I'm gonna shoot some pictures with this camera just to have something to compare with, and gonna use one of the film simulations, and the one I'm using recently, what I found to be my favorite is Regis Portra. That's the one I'm gonna test out today, because I feel like it can handle all types of lighting conditions. Even when I'm shooting in overcast weather like this, the JPEGs come out looking quite nice actually. It's difficult exposing in this kind of conditions, because the sky is always blown out, almost white. But I will also have a look and see what I can do with the raw images, how I can tweak them. This camera has a much better dynamic range. Oh well. So I always keep coming back to this place, and from a photographer perspective, it might not be the most exciting place. There is a quite boring vegetation, almost no trees. When you go further down to the coast and all those cliffs, you can get some spectacular images down there, but I always end up walking around all these World War II bunkers, taking the same pictures over and over again, trying to tweak my photography skills, and also I'm working on my photo editing skills, trying to learn how to improve. And the main reason why I always come here is because normally there's not too many people around. If I go to the more photogenic, beautiful places, there's also a lot of people around all the time, and makes it kind of awkward walking around with a lot of photography equipment, especially if I'm using a tripod. Slippery. So every time I'm in this place, I always go to check on very special little tree that's right up, a little bit further up this road. So it's coming up here. This is the tree. It's nothing special, but I always find it a little fascinating. You can see how much it's leaning inwards after being exposed to all the heavy winter storms. And if you look at it on the right angle, you can line it up perfectly in between these two hills, like this. So I always used to grab a few shots whenever I'm walking past here. So the reason why the Fuji X100VI is my favorite camera is just because of the compact form factor, and also this 35mm equivalent lens is probably my favorite focal length, but I do sometimes feel restricted by the by not having a zoom lens, because when I'm shooting on the Canon R6 Mark II I use the zoom very frequently, but kind of enjoy the challenge of sticking to one focal length and just having to work a little bit harder to compose the images, and also the colors coming out of this tiny little thing, and the images are sometimes spectacular. So I'm very happy with that, and the JPEGs are so good that most of the time I don't even bother looking at the raw files at all. But I was thinking today I would the footage I captured today, I want to try to tweak it as good as I can, because that's also part of my learning journey to be better, to become better at editing both my footage and also my photos. So we'll see, and I'm also very eager to see what kind of images I actually captured on that Relic camera from 2005, and especially since the lighting conditions are very challenging today. I know that if I have perfect sunlight, clear blue sky, I will probably get reasonably decent pictures, but how about these kind of conditions? Because since it's a very old and cheap camera, I was actually thinking about just always keeping it in my car, so that I also always have a camera that I can grab if I come across something when I'm out driving. So because it's a very cheap and old camera, and if it gets stolen, oh well. I still have my Fujifilm and my Canon.